almost canceled this video. I mean, it's not a great day, but it's not always a great day. So what better light to see this in than the less marketed, less salesy light. So I want to show you this because these units look beautiful. We were at Porte in the West Loop. I remember when I saw this building first go up, layer by layer, brick by brick, they chose to use a different brick color than every other building around it. You see everything in black and darker bricks. This had more of a brown color, and not a bad brown, like a nice earthy color that I thought stood out in the neighborhood. And the units are to match. I love that they did these floors. It's almost like that brick color in a certain way, but they're getting away from the trends that you're seeing everywhere else. They're being forward thinking because everything's still gray, everything's still darker floors, everything's going light. And you can see it in this kitchen. They did a white kitchen, but they don't have the high gloss cabinets. They have the complete gripless solution. They have under cabinet lighting, garbage disposal, of course. I love that they did the 𝗬𝗓𝗓 fridge. These are really nice. So I call this an urban fridge. It's 24 inches. I just shopped these. That's how I know this. I'm putting these in a property. But 24 inches, compact, but vertical. And then down here, what's nice about the 𝗬𝗓𝗓 compared to some of their competitors is that they have an ice machine that a lot of the others don't. When you're looking around here, I hope you're not thinking like, oh, where's the dishwasher? Because it's just right here. Now this is a tiny one. It's small, but how often do you really do dishes and how large of a dishwasher do you need? I have a drawer dishwasher, so I have one below, one above, and I only use that top rack. I kind of wish I had something, I kind of wish I just had the top rack sometimes. So I really like this setup. This feels very modern, very clean quartz throughout. I love that they did the front panel on the stove instead of putting it all in the back, you know, covering the backsplash. This looks beautiful. It's almost like art. When we come here, a big part of this too is this awesome pantry system. So look at this. I mean, this is where you put everything in your kitchen. If you're thinking you don't have enough space, you have enough space here. This is for snacks. This is for pots and pans. This is for everything, every staple you need. Now, immediately, we're on the top floor, by the way. We're on floor 17, and you can see here, well, this got converted to meters somehow. So we're in meters today. We'll convert that later. Our editing guys actually use the metric system, so this will be a breeze for them. But they're tall. Man, we gotta figure out how to do this. Let's see. I don't know. We'll figure it out later, but really good size room. We'll still do these measurements nonetheless. And that's all the way to that wall and all the way to this wall. So the true functional space of this room. And let's talk about how you lay this out. They have the TV set up right here, the cable's right here. I might do something like that. I feel like I'd have a tulip table right here, kind of have a breakfast nook, or actually, maybe an office over here. You're kind of over, you know, out of the way over here. If we did have a dining room set up, I think it would go in this back section, and you're gonna utilize this front section to put your TV on this wall. Now, I was trying to get away from this because it's a little difficult to work with, but this is a column, nothing you can do about it. But if you had it on a omnidirectional tilt on that wall or this wall, you'd really be able to work that out. So, yeah, it's kind of hard right now because I don't have the measurements and I don't know the metrics. I guess I could just multiply by 3 and get an idea. So we're like 15 by 10 right there in that space. I think it feels a little bigger than that. These floor outlets are here because you're required to have an outlet every 6 feet in Chicago, every 8 feet, something like that. So you have this window wall where you can't have them. That's why this is here. I love that they have a Nest. And I noticed immediately too that they have smart switches. So come here. So this means you can plug something in. You can attach this to the 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗢𝗡 app and connect your whole house. So if you have smart products, smart outlets, you can all tie it together. Washer and dryer right here. I like that these are full size and I like that they're Whirlpool. We're seeing some buildings using cheap machines and it's like such an easy thing to spend a little bit more money on that looks so much nicer. Just as important is this. I mean, like real space I can fit in here, no problem. You want something like this. You need the room for it. This is really gonna add up for your storage. So whenever you're looking at washer and dryers, try to get a place that has storage on one side of it or the other. Straightforward coat closet, nothing too special there. I do like how they chose the matte black hardware everywhere. It really ties everything together with this white, dark, light on the floor look. They did a straightforward stack tile. It's dark. This is gonna be really easy to keep clean. That's what I like about this floor tile. And the shower, this is huge. I mean, yeah, since I know what that means, but we're 1.5 meters more or less. It's like over 4 feet. And if we do this like this, that wasn't planned. Okay, so you get the idea of the space. Really good vanity here, really good size. Look at how deep this is. I mean, you have so much to work with. I like that you have extra countertop space too. You don't need a huge sink. You have all this to work with. It would be nice if you had some storage behind here, but on the flip side of that, I prefer to have this elegant, more aesthetically pleasing mirror than a little extra storage. Now that leads us to the bedroom. So in here, we are looking at, So the reason I'm struggling with how to do this is because if I do this here, I gotta move this door. But if I do it where Adam's at right now, there we go. And so what I was trying to do is not account for this space. This space doesn't exist in the room, right? This is just for the door swing. You can't utilize this anyway. You might be able to put something right here, but there's nothing too special to work with. I like that they have blackouts. You ever seen those things online where you can get a little, like, it's a little machine, put it right here and it does this for you? I would definitely get one of those. But it's nice to have something that is, I mean, this is like 99% blackout. And Adam's looking at his teeth, he can't see anything. Okay, but how about these views? West Loop, rainy day, heart of West Loop too. We just sold a property down the street. I can see it from here. This is where you wanna be. You can walk to everything. Randolph's down the street, green line's down the street, pink line's down the street. It's all right here. On top of that, I know we're looking at this ugly roof, but just look forward. That's what you need to see. That's where you wanna be.
In so many buildings, they require you to bring all of your recycling down in the basement and then break it down. It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? It's one of my biggest pet peeves about condos and apartments. You see it in every type of living. Make it easy for us so we can help the environment. Don't make us go downstairs. I'm not gonna do it. My wife does it. I'm sorry, I'm lazy. Whatever. I love these. So they have recycle, plus they have rubbish. And to activate them, just go like that. Bam, you're good to go. How simple and straightforward. I know it's an easy concept, but we take these little things for granted. And to see things like this, and like the rise pass and all the different things that Porte is doing here, it shows you the whole caliber and thoroughness that they brought into this building. They didn't just throw up and smack up some units. They actually put time and effort into the decisions they made on how you're gonna live to make your life easier.
We're at the Porte, we're in the South Tower. All the finishes are different than the North. I like what I saw over there. I like this just as much. So if you like dark or you like light, there's an option for you. Look at the ceiling height. You see this? You see how big this is? I'm talking about over 11 feet. In this room, there's no question about how to lay your things out. It's very straightforward. This is 3 bedrooms, by the way. So, couch. You can do a dining room over here, or I'd probably do a dining table right here, a couch over here, 2 chairs right here, and this would be my awesome desk setup if I didn't need the other rooms. Or this could just be a nice tulip table for like breakfast eating. I like that. I really enjoy the space here. They didn't do the integrated fridges they did on the other side, just something to note. But if you don't care about the integration as much and you prefer on-demand water and ice, which most people do, take this, it's great. Whirlpool appliances. One thing I noticed too that I really like is this is the best setup for an oven. I actually have the same exact oven at home, same exact top, but electric. And you want the oven that goes in the bottom, like as if it was on the wall. And then you have the stove top. You noticed on the other videos, we had all the panel and instruments right up here. And then some of them, the cheaper places, not here, not at the Porte, the cheaper ones have the stuff in the back. This is neither. This is plugged right in. This is the best setup there is. Look at all this cabinets. Push cabinets. So just look at this. There's a lot of space. If you're a family, you have kids, you have lots of needs, everything's right here. Here's something that's cool too. So I noticed a nest right here, right? And then I noticed a nest right here. Every unit has a nest. But this has multiple zones with 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗢𝗏, so we're just gonna fix that. Okay, we're back in business. We have 2 thermostats. Now, it's doubtful that these are both for this room, but this is probably for one of the other rooms maybe, or maybe it is. Let's go look, come on. You have your hall bath right here, easy for your guests. All the baths are the same here. They're clean, they're elegant, they don't need to be different. And then, okay, so we have no thermostat in here, but here's a bedroom, good size. Here's another bedroom, good size, and here's the thermostat for this. So I think that room is so big, you have a zone that's for one corner, another zone for the other, and I'm guessing there are 4 thermostats in here. 1 in here for both these 2 bedrooms, 2 for the living space, and then 1 in the master. Let's go look. Oh, check out this, by the way. Tons and tons of closet space, well organized, already thought out. I love that they have the light up here, so it's illuminating everything you're looking at. Like, do you notice how the lighting is really good in this closet? It's because they put it back here instead of up top, because it's like facing your clothes. Makes so much sense. It's a funny place for an outlet, right? Like, what are you gonna be plugging in right here? I digress, come on. Hall closet right here. Oh, and by the way, if you're looking at this and you're like, why the hell do they do this at night on a rainy day? Well, because it's real life, right? Like, you're gonna be living here in these circumstances. So you can see what the real light is like, what it's like on a gloomy day, because every day is not perfect, but you're perfect, right? So washer and dryer, and you have this little storage here, you know, I don't know exactly what you're gonna do with this, but it's a little something that you can work with. You know you're gonna find that perfect piece of furniture. Shoes, that's what I would do. I would stack this all the way to these 11-foot ceilings with a shoe rack. You could fit over 50 pairs of shoes here. So really nice space for that. So now we enter the master. What's cool about this, in this unit, this is where we came in, right? So we came in here, that's my jacket and stuff on the ground. So We walk in, the master is right in front of you, which I like because you can just go straight to your room if you want. You ever had a long day and you're kind of tempted to go sit on the couch or go get something out of the fridge, but you know you shouldn't? This can you can avoid the distraction of going that direction by just going straight in, pushing in. Full shower, full bathroom, tons of storage down here. I like how the sink is on the side, so they open up all this space for things. Okay, so this is funny. There isn't another thermostat in here, so that thermostat definitely goes for here. So there's 3 in total. I think that back one for in here, because this shares the register. This is right on the other side of that kitchen. Yeah, I think so, yes. This is your master, but it's definitely not your closet. And I'm going wall to wall here on the true space you're gonna use, okay? So this isn't a huge room, but I didn't capture any of this, okay? So I basically left out, you know, like a walk-in closet worth of space. But the reason being is you don't actually live here. But what's nice about that, if you put your bed here, 2 nightstands, that's all you need. You can do a dresser over there, you can do a dresser right here. You can work with all this space. So if you were here with if you had a partner, which I 3 bedrooms, you probably would, right? Someone's gonna get shafted and get that closet right there, and then someone's gonna come back over here and get this huge walk-in. And so now, we didn't take the measurements before, but now I'm really curious, and this space doesn't count, so I'm gonna go off that to this. So 9/8 by 10. A little tight. I also went on the tightest parts of the room, so you're getting that true squarish feeling. But with this walk-in closet, this is gonna be someone's room. So you're gonna have a lot of traffic in and out of here. So if you're gonna have an office, this is likely going to be an office. You're gonna have one that's a kid's room or whatever else you need, guest bedroom, and then you have the master on the other side. None of the bedrooms are large. Only downside I found so far. So we're at the Sunset Lounge during sunset, and I know wherever you live now, you don't have rocking chairs like this. You probably don't have rocking chairs. You need a place that has rocking chairs, because these are cool. We're in this we're in this mid-century modern room, and it really feels that way. I mean, it feels like I went into a time machine, but everything was new. Because we have wide plank floors, we have this central, I don't even know what you call these. This is in California. We don't see these very often, but this type of fireplace that goes straight up and out. I don't sell log cabins either, so I don't know. But it feels so nice. You know, this great green area off here, boardroom, conference area, whenever you need to have meetings, easily held here. And then for a little bit of privacy, you can go into this space as well. You'll notice that there's no TV in this room. So it's meant to be silent. It's meant for working. There's other areas if you need to do that. But I like that this is silent. This is for working, totally meant for working, even though it's the Sunset Lounge. You have bathrooms right here on both sides, and then you have this awesome kitchen right off here. Very easy to work with. I went to DePaul and I struggled with math. I mean, calculus, it's not my thing. I was in that tutor every day, every weekend, just to pass. It was tough. I could have used one of these mathasiums when I was a kid. What the hell are we talking about? Why are we talking about that? So we're in the studio. We're at the Porte. I love this studio because I can live in the unit, kick it, put up my feet without seeing my bed. To me, that's the most important thing to a studio. You need to be able to forget that you're living in a small place, right? We all know we're living in the city. This isn't New York. Like, there are nice big apartments here. We get lots of space and great locations, but maybe you don't need a full 1-bedroom. Maybe you don't need that separation. Maybe it's in your budget, whatever it is. You don't want a reminder that your bed is over here. But I like this bed setup because they did it sideways. So this is the headboard, this is your storage. And you could do this any way you wanted, but that's truly the best way to do this. Actually, you couldn't do this any way you wanted. There's enough space. It has to go this way, but it's kind of cool. No compromises on this kitchen either. You do get a little smaller fridge. Do you need a big fridge? I mean, man, every single unit we come into is just stocked to the brim. They have High Life, they have 312. We got some Fijis going on here. I'm a little parched, so we're gonna go with that. All soft close cabinets. So one thing I noticed, you have to do this. When you're showing soft close cabinets, you have to do the whole. But one thing I noticed that you should be aware of, this is really tight down here, okay? I think it looks funny. It's like 3 fists more or less. Let's do some actual measurements here. It's about 1 foot. I think it's less than 1 foot. That's my guess right now. Yeah, I'm pretty good at that, right? Just under 1 foot. You need this space, but there's no compromise in what they gave you. And the reason they did this is because otherwise, these are 42-inch cabinets. The step below this is 36. So if you want to give up 6 inches, you're going to give up all of it here. So they want you to have as much space as possible, and that's why they've done it this way. What's really nice about this, no compromise in the bathroom either. They're giving you Kohler fixtures, okay? These are soft close toilets. This is not a cheap toilet. Full vanity with lots of storage underneath. If you've seen our 1-bedrooms or 2-beds or any of the videos we've done here, the sink was actually to the side, and the cabinet, I don't know if it was a little bigger. I don't think so, no. It wasn't any bigger, but they had it to the side with more storage over here. This gives you space all the way around. And then you have this nice large shower, plus you have a tub. We've been doing actual stand-up showers this entire time, and you actually get a hand shower, which is super nice, super convenient. And if you need this to clean, I don't understand why more places don't have these. You want to keep your shower up clean, you don't want all that soap scum sitting everywhere. That's an easy way around it. I'm sure you've noticed in all apartments, they have these bowed out shower curtain rod. So the shower curtain like sits in here and you don't feel claustrophobic. Always a good design. It's nice that they put that in there for you because 1, they don't want you screwing into the tile. 2, you don't want to deal with this. So 1 less thing you have to worry about. Why this really stood out to me, on top of everything else I just mentioned, is because look at this walk-in. It's big. I mean, just put the bed in here. You really could if you wanted to, if you were a smaller person. Full-size laundry. So you have a smaller dishwasher. I didn't show you that. Smaller dishwasher, and this unit isn't integrated. The other units it is. So smaller dishwasher, but no smaller laundry. And they create those. Like, they have smaller laundry machines. I think they look cheap. I think they look bad. I love that we don't have them here. Tons and tons of storage, lots to work with. And ceiling height here, we are 9.2. Very consistent throughout the property so far. We're at the Porte. We're in the South Tower. Awesome new development in Chicago, right in the West Loop. There's 2 towers and they have completely different finishes. So this is the dark finish. We just entered the kitchen. We're in the 2-bed, 2-bath corner floor plan. I really like it. One of the reasons I like it, this is a totally functional space for a table. I like how it's tall. It feels boss-like. And you could also just stand around this. So it's not just an island. It's also a dinner table. It works totally for both functions. We have Muriano's right next door. Real living space right here, just enough, right? Like, could this be bigger? Sure, it could always be bigger. It's an apartment, right? It's not a condo. But TV's on the wall. I don't like this furniture. I think this is the only, they've done such good staging here, but I don't like these couches. I love the furniture. I don't like the couch. These couches are like too tall, too cushiony. I don't know what it is, but you could have a badass sectional right here and a cool chair just like they did right here. It would look really nice. I really like how they have the Whirlpool appliances and you have the actual oven and an actual stovetop. You don't have a panel here. You don't have an ugly panel in the back crowding the backsplash. You have it all. These are also gripless cabinets. You need a little bumper here, guys. The building, fix that, okay? Thanks. And it's really funny. I don't know why, but throughout this entire building, it's the only building I've ever been in where they have booze right here. And it's approaching 5 o'clock. And I know it's dark and you're like, why didn't you do this on a sunny day? And why didn't you do this earlier? Well, the weather didn't work out and you're gonna be living here and there's gonna be a lot of days like this. You know, it's not Seattle, but it is Chicago. So there's gonna be days where it's gonna be raining. It's gonna be gloomy. So this is reality, real life. No glitz, no glamour, no high production value. It's just Adam and me walking through apartments in Chicago. So as we go through here, Adam was very confused by this closet. And you'll see why later. But the hall closet's like halfway through the unit, but it's nice to have a separate hall closet, right? Now, why he was confused. We had this entrance and I walked in right here and I just completely bypassed this. Now, there is a master here, but the closet is so-so on space. So they gave you this huge New York bedroom for a closet. Washer and dryer right here, full organization. I mean, your friends could literally stay here if you didn't fill this room up. That's what's really nice about it. But the master's right through here, come on. These bed frames always crack me up. It's like, I think it works here. I don't think I'd ever do this for my own home, but I'm also wondering like, how strong is this? Can you like do anything with this? Go over there, let's see. You know, if I pulled this, I mean, that's strong. Anyway, bathroom's cool over here. This is the first one with one of these wood things, but these are all straightforward, all pretty much the same. Straightforward, space underneath, lots of space though. You also see these black toothbrushes in like every single staging bathroom. Is that a thing? Black toothpaste is, I know that. This is the master and our size here, 12 by 11.5. What I really like about this as well is you have the Nest thermostat right here. So you can control it, you can control it from your phone, but it's nice to have it. Like, you know, the reason they made these circular, everything else on the market was modular, but the ones we all grew up with, the ones we're used to using, we did this, didn't we? Very innovative on Nest for doing that. I remember being 21, having my first 312, kind of set the stage for all the future wheat beers. So we're in this second bedroom, which could totally be a kid's room, could totally be an office. It's 12 by 10. So we're not much different than the master we were in. And that's why they have that huge walk-in closet right out the front. And that's one of the reasons I really like this floor plan. They have this funny thing in the corner, you know, overstaging it, but it's good. Check this out. This is really cool. So this is New York Times from 1933. And it's all the pages and it actually feels like a newspaper. I know you care so much about that, right? Come on. So this bathroom, exactly the same. Without knowing it, I just walked you through this whole unit because it feels so homey. Here's another thing that's cool. All of these have smart switches. You see this? I have these everywhere in my house. Watch this. I'm gonna freak out my wife right now. So here's my whole house. Here's everything. And I can tell she's not home right now. She didn't lock the door either. So I just locked the door. Super secure. But you can do that with all the lights here. How nice would it be to be from afar and illuminate your entire home as you enter? There's little motion sensor things you can do, lots of things. Isn't this cool? Look at this green space. They have a pool. They have like a bags area, which you could also golf on, I think. They have cabanas back there too. We're gonna show you this. But we're at the Porte, we're in the West Loop. They just built this building. There's like no one living here. It's really cool. The models are great. We haven't even seen all the amenities yet. I can't wait to see them in person. We walked into this 1-bedroom model and Adam and I immediately were like, I like this. This is good space. I mean, look how big this couch is. This couch is like, 9 feet, okay? You have a 9-foot couch and it shows you how much space you truly have to work with. And then you can have the topper here, and they have 2 chairs here because they're staging and they don't want this to feel crowded. But if you pulled this out a little bit, you could easily have 4 here, right? You see this? So without any problem or any obstruction into your space really, you'd really be able to fit a 4-person topper so you could actually entertain and have people over and don't have to eat at your coffee table. I really like these kitchens. One thing, they're doing integrated fridges. They're using 𝗬𝗲𝗓. This is very high end. And if you want to learn about the Porte and what they support, you know, they want you to have a good time here, which I like. Tons and tons of storage. I mean, what can't you fit in here? There is so much space to work with. You really, I mean, what do you have to complain about? Plus this front closet. So closet space is always an issue. You always need more storage. You have the washer and dryer on this side, right? And then you have a coat closet, but this isn't just a coat closet, okay? There's space for a washer and dryer here that you could utilize. Like, I'd love to find a way to extend this out or like push this forward and use something in the back, but all of this should be filled with stuff. There's definitely a lot of room to work with. All these cabinets are soft close. I love no hardware, just completely integrated hardware. Straight up, you see this panel here? This is an extra $1,000 for this stove, by the way, when they do this. So usually you have this ugly, gross panel back here, and this stove is relatively cheap. As soon as you move everything to the front, the price really goes up and it highlights this backsplash better than ever. It's nice to have gas. It's hard to get gas sometimes. It's nice to have a single bowl sink. And then they're doing smaller dishwashers, which, depending on who you are, for me, I'm gonna feel exactly this. Why give up cabinet space? I'd rather have more cabinet space. If you cook a ton, maybe you'll use this, but I don't know. I don't think you will. I think this will work just fine for what you need. And I like how you have both sides. We have stuff over here, we have stuff over there. You don't have an island, but I actually like this setup better because you just walk straight through the kitchen and you don't lose this hallway space. Hallway space is always given up in places. Usually you're walking around this narrow hallway, waiting for the unit, waiting for the unit, waiting for the unit, and then you finally get there and you're like, okay, now I gotta go all the way over there for the kitchen. This is true square footage because you're paying for all that. When you're in another unit, another building, and you're walking through that long hallway to get to your actual unit, you pay for that. This is integrated right into the kitchen, so you're just paying for the square footage you're actually using. I like this ceiling height here. It feels like 9 feet, and oh yeah, it's even a little more, guys. Even a little more. Bathroom is very straightforward, very clean, large, walk-in, really spacious here. Yeah, so we're talking about 410 by 3. So this is a standard size tub, but because they have this huge tray, see this? This huge thing. This isn't tiled, this isn't built out in a different way, and you only are using this thin glass, this 3/8 glass on the outside to separate it. So you have a lot of room to work with. This really feels large and grand. Plus you have all this cabinet space here, large storage space down here. And you know, they actually have nice toilets. These are soft close seats. These are Kohler toilets. These are not cheap. So they've done a really good job going with Kohler everything, upgrading the total feel. Because you want that luxury brand. We're in the West Loop, you get a new place, you want it to feel stylish, modern, but still luxurious. I feel like this accomplishes it all. I really like these floors too. Lighter, right? This is on trend with what's happening right now. In this bedroom, we're working with 13.9 by 10.9. So 10 by 11 is your typical second bedroom size. I like to say nothing should be smaller than that. As soon as you get smaller than that, you start making compromises on your space. But with this is the right size. This is good. We're looking at a queen right here. You have a clear place you could put a dresser while still maintaining a good walkway. 2 nightstand tables on both sides with lots of space to spare. And you could easily have a king size bed here. This completely accommodates it. I mean, there to there Yeah, it's 13.8 again. So you have more than enough space to work with. They threw this chair here, which is cute, and it's staging furniture, and I don't know what you're gonna use this chair for looking at the bed, but I think this would be a good work spot. You could easily put an office right here. You could have one of those suction laptop holder things. You see those on Instagram? I get them all the time. Look, that would be really cool right here. I think you could have an extension of your whole desk this way without obstructing the space through the bed here. Let's check out this closet, because it's big. So, I mean, super big, full extension of my arms, right? Like just a little compromise on space, like a little finger bend. And then this way, I mean, we're huge. So we're looking at, yeah, 8 by 6. 5 by 7 is your standard size. So we're pushing that up a foot in each direction. What I like here, no light on the ceiling, and yeah, the ceilings are concrete. So instead of putting a junction box there, which would be more expensive, they put this light facing this way into the room. So it's illuminating everything forward and not down. So it makes it feel brighter than it normally would. Something I've never noticed or thought about before, but it definitely is exhibited there. Nothing behind the door. So we're at the Porte. We're in the South Tower. We were just in the other amenity space. And now we're in this loungy, dining room-esque demo kitchen area. So it's grand. I really love the aesthetics here. It's really on trend with what's happening. You'll notice these floors, wide, large planks. You'd find these in multi-million-dollar homes. Then you have the herringbone right here, which is of course the best design. You have this chill lounge, very nice feeling to just hang out and do nothing. I like how they have these drop ceilings right here to basically create its own defined area. And then you have a bunch of lounge chilling areas. Ooh, there's even a fireplace right over here. And I was told if you want these on, all you have to do is ring downstairs and they'll take care of this for you. What I like about it too is this demo kitchen right back here. So just picture this. You could have your friends hanging out over there. You can eat over there. You can cook right here. This building is so new. Look at this. No one's used anything yet. And you can tell a few people have been partying here. They left all their claws behind. They left all the raspberries. They must not like raspberries. I don't like raspberries either. But this room feels really good, and check this out. They have this in the other one as well, but so. You hear that? That's the exhaust. That's it on heavy, super heavy. I'm breaking something, and that's off. And then you have the light doing the same thing. Super cool. I love these, easy to find. And I think something needs a little calibration there. But that's what's great about this. This building is brand new. It's all user error. We're just gonna leave that for now. We'll take care of it later. But I really like how they've worked everything into the space. In addition, you have all the grills out here. 1, 2, 3. Plus you have a huge lounge area over there. Do you wanna see this? I know you wanna see it. We gotta show it to you. Okay, where's that umbrella? Come on. So, grills out here. Tons and tons of lounge space out here. Come on. You can actually forget that you're in the city up here. There are so many natural Illinois plants. You have all the, whatever this stuff is, but it's natural to Illinois. That's what everyone tries to do. They try to keep these indigenous plants so that they're not gonna have any problems during the winter. I really like this. On a day like today, it'd be awesome if this was closed. Maybe they'll do that in the future. They're still figuring this out. That's what's cool about apartment buildings too. When they're just built, the good ones, the flexible ones, they take the feedback from the residents. They're like, oh, you want to put something up there like a sunshade, block the rain? That makes a lot of sense. Okay, they do it. Look at all this space over here too. I mean, it looks like there's a full circle. So you have this dining room space over here that you could totally work with. And let's say there's people over there, you don't want to bother everyone else. You have your own little balcony right off the side here. And it's small, it's not a big deal, but it is, because you usually just don't get these things. These are the small details that really matter. They start adding up very quickly and they kind of compound for a building. So when I see this, And then I see the demo kitchen, then I see the integrated hood, and then I see the integrated appliances, and I see the herringbone floors, and I'm like, oh, I see the rise pass. I'm like, this is a great place to live. So just think about that when you're looking at apartments. You could have all your friends here. I'm sure you can reserve this, cook up a great meal. You could have Thanksgiving dinner right here. You at the head, because you're the host, and all your friends are gonna appreciate it. They're gonna love you, because you have this luxurious building that you took the time to rent out for them, so you could all have a good time.
So at the Porte Apartments,
They have a north and south tower, and they have workout facilities on each area. It's nice to have both.
so you don't have to cross, you don't have to leave.
To actually use the gym and work out. They have them both in each tower. It's nice. So you can do what you need to. Here, you can do what you have to. You can lift some weights, pump some iron. You know what's really cool too? Check this out. They have this thing. Now this thing follows me around on Instagram. I swear I see it every day, and my wife really wants one. And you need an app to use it, so I wish we could plug in.
But this is so cool.
I haven't seen this in any building.
I like how they have this yoga studio on top of it, and they did real hardwood floors here
Because they understand the durability of it. So you have the studio, you have kettlebells over here up to 25 pounds. They're big medicine balls too. They have 20-pound medicine balls. You could hear it in my voice how heavy that was. Go ahead.
We're in the West Loop. We're at the Porte Apartments, brand new. It's like no one living here, which is awesome. If you were to live here, if you watch this video quickly, you might get some great deals too. So we're walking into this townhome. Come over here. First off, we have this whole front area. So lots of space to play with. Put some chairs, you put a grill here. Grill would fit perfectly right there. And then a chair, table might be too much unless you had a table and 2 chairs. You might be able to pull it off. Yeah, I think a grill, table, 2 chairs, just that, nothing else. So these are townhomes. They have this vinyl flooring all the way throughout. But you hear vinyl and you're like, what is that? Isn't that like those little stick-on tiles? No, this is nice flooring. It looks good, it's durable. Right when you walk in, you have this huge coat closet. I mean, this is basically a 2-layer coat closet. You usually have one rack right here, but this gives you all the depth, all the space for things that can go above and below. It's nice you have this too, because basketballs, everything, right? Everything you put in there. So, I know you're thinking maybe a little too fishbowl-ish, a little too public. I put these down just for our purposes. You can see what it looks like. So it looks like you have about 70% blocked or 70% visible. Yeah, I'd say about 70%. Clear dining room space right here, clear living room space. Now, they don't have it staged this way, but a TV totally goes here if that's where you're gonna put it, but there are no jacks. So yeah, they have the TV wall set up for this, which would make sense. This definitely feels more open the way they have it set up, but realistically, not living in a model, you're probably gonna put a couch right here, coffee table exactly where it is, and you'll have the chairs on the sides over on this way, TV up on that wall. So that's how that's gonna look. 2 chairs right here, no problem. And then 1, 2, 3, you're gonna do 3 realistically. You might be able to get 4 in, but it might be a little tight. You know what, with this corner, I think you could actually do 4. So that gives you a good idea. And for space, let's see what this actually is.
So we're looking at 7/8.
And that's close, because you know what? I think you need about 2 feet per person. So that's why that's kind of right in between where you want it to be. Double bowl sink right here, dishwasher, nice quartz countertop. I love this style tile. Looks very sharp, very modern, very stylish. No hardware, all gripless cabinets, and of course, soft close. I like that they did the separate oven and then the full cooktop. A lot of time you'll see this slide in and there'll be a panel up here with all the different knobs and gadgets to turn it on. This is integrated, they drop this right in. So this is the most expensive way to do it. You do this separately. It's also the cleanest, best looking. Microwave up here is likely a recirculating. Yep, does not vent out. What's nice about these cabinets, you'll notice there's no hardware here, but you can't get under them to grip them, so they're just a push open. Same thing above here, or not, these are actually cool. Yeah. So it's nice you have the water and the ice, something that my clients often talk about. Very clean, you can tell no one's ever lived here. And then if you just wanna go in and get some, easy enough. Washer and dryer right off the kitchen. I love to see it on this level because it's the noisiest place. At the same time, it doesn't make sense to bring all your laundry down and then bring it all the way back up. So decides how you live, who you are. It's not too hard to bring some laundry up, but in a lot of contemporary homes, you will see the laundry on this level, but never townhomes actually. I don't know why. I think they just really have that space dedicated on the second level to bedrooms and baths because it's already tight as is. And that's, let's get real, right? When you're living in a townhome, that's what you're doing. You're living on this slightly narrower floor plan that's much more vertical. You're gonna walk upstairs. Anyone I know that's moved from a townhome, it's kind of the best starter home for a lot of people. It's before they get into a true single family because it gives them that family feel. But whenever they leave, they're like, those stairs killed me. But the stairs aren't too bad here. You just have one set. Nice powder room right off your garage entry. And we'll talk about that later. We'll walk out that way. It looks really nice. You have this huge, large, super spacious powder room to work with. You can do a lot with the storage right here. You can definitely work something in if you needed to. Quartz countertops, soft close cabinets, really big cabinets here. And then also, of course, it's nice to have actual elongated bowls with a soft close as well. You don't see that in every building. They might have all the fancy cabinets and all the fancy countertops, but then when you get to the toilet, it's cheap, it slams, and no one's near that. So right when you get up here, you have the linen closet right for this area, which is always good. You know, they built this out, I don't think with the best thoughts in mind, because it's all hanging space. Realistically, I want shelves here. So I bet if you ask the management to do it, you could always try, but that would be the best use of the space. You can utilize it fully. So you have the 2-bedroom setup. We have 1 bedroom right here, that's very big, and an even larger one over here. And you have the bathroom right here. So 2 beds on this level. Full shower, very straightforward. It's the same as the apartments in terms of style. And these are all flat panel doors, black hardware, so it looks stylish, staying in vogue. Let's see what we have here. What I like about this is an office area, this is a sitting area. There's so many different things you could do with this space. I like this a lot. It's a little cut out, but a lot of times these are tiny and they're not functional and you can't really utilize them. This is a true office space, and to give you dimensions on it. Yeah, 4x4. So just enough space to stand and work around. I like this too because, I mean, I guess you'd get a sit-down desk, but it would take away from the fun of it. And then you have this balcony right here. Just enough. Doesn't need to be bigger than this. You're not gonna be grilling up here, but you have enough space for 2 chairs. They just sit. This is really just a standing anyway, but you definitely have seats, 4 chairs if you want. It's nice. We're here right at sunset. It's a perfect time to be here. The best light coming into the building. We're really appreciating this golden hour that we have. So right here in this space, it's amazing. This is a big room. And I just went from only here, right? So this is the true use of the room. But since we don't have any closets to walk into, any doors to hang or beat, or hit things, I mean, this is 1010 by 12.2. But like the things I just said, a normal door swing. So this is 36 inches. Yeah, look, 36 inches right here. I know that because it has to be ADA accessible. This has to fit a wheelchair, that's how I can tell. So you give up 3 feet. So you could add 3 feet in both directions of the dimensions I just gave, And that would give you kind of the true realizing space of the room because you have no doors, and this door opens out. So easily put a king size bed right here, TV on the wall, work area over there. This is a very functional bedroom. There's a lot to work with here. Good enough on the closet space. We're working with, 5'6". So really good dimensions, and they're not utilizing the vertical as well as you can as well. So you have a lot of space up here. I think with a little better imagination, you know what? They even have the holes for the hardware to go into where you can extend this around and use this on the lower rack. And just ask management for it. They're investing in their own property. They can give you something so small. So we're in here, it's straightforward, it's very clean. And that's definitely the thought here. It's a very clean and modern feeling. They hid the toilet over here, which is so nice. You know, this is what keeps your relationships alive, is just totally getting this out of the way, right? If you're sitting and doing what you need to do here, that's all hidden. And you don't need a door, it would make it feel more closed off. Now, what I do wish I saw here are 2 sinks. It would be nice to have, it's a townhouse. I mean, you're definitely having adults staying here, and most likely you're having a child in the other room. You really need something right here. So if you don't have that already, maybe it's okay because you're going to it, but if you're going from 2 to 1, that's definitely gonna be something that people need to think about. Stand-up shower is very straightforward. Okay, good. So we have a tub, we have a stand-up shower, you have the options of both, which are nice. I like the clean tiles too. I like all the finishes here. It's clean, it's modern, it feels like what we're doing today. Come on. We talk about this other bedroom? Yeah, we gotta show this bedroom. So a little smaller than before, 12'10", but add 5'5" and 6 feet to the room. Because you have your closet right here, so you're not dealing with any doors. You have this right here. I mean, this is very functional. I like too that they put the USB outlets right here. Nice clear windows, and again, you can bring the sunshades down if you want. And we're looking right across the street at a school. So in terms of traffic, in terms of what type of neighbors you have, it's always nice to be across from a school, right? Those people, bad people, they can't go near schools. There's a certain amount of distance. So you have this entry, you have a true foyer, but it's your back, so it's more like a mudroom actually. And then you share this space with your neighbor right here, and then this leads right into the garage. I mean, how nice would it be to get a parking space right here, right? I mean, that would be very advantageous. I'm sure they would do that. These are empty right now, so you can park right where you live. This, I assume this is heated, but I don't see any heaters. But nonetheless, it's right here, it's covered, it's very protected, and you just go right back inside, right? This is super easy. And then you can collect all your guests and everything else on the other side. If you want to see this apartment or any apartment in Chicago, any place you find online, send it to me. I'll give you my insights, I'll give you my years of experience, and we'll find the best place. I was just in here once, I'm already walking backwards, and I know everything else like the front. So call me, we'll find the best place, and see ya.